Hey everybody, panic buying is trending on Twitter. Now, if it's trending on Twitter, that means the average Joe and the average Jane are getting a word of what's happening. Now, this person here in this GIF here doesn't look like they're in a panic, but we're going to talk about what's happening over in Europe, the shortages, the supply chain issues that we're seeing and going to continue to see here in the United States. Should you panic? Should you go out and buy right now? Well, let's take a look at some news today. Now, first of all, never panic. The word panic is used here for people going out and waiting in line at gas stations, and we're going to talk about where that's happening, and people buying more than they usually buy to prepare for what? More shortages. Well, first, let's start right here. And this was put out on Twitter. This is the worry cycle. So it starts right up here in the upper left-hand corner. There are supply chain issues. The media start talking about a canceled Christmas. So I've actually heard that. I've heard news outlets say you need to start buying now so it gets here by Christmas. There's going to be lots of delays, disruptions, delays in the delivery carriers, and not just that, but actually getting the merchandise onto the U.S., onto the shore. There's dozens of ships off the coast here of California still waiting to get unloaded. All right, but the worry cycle, take a look at this. Next, worried people buy more stuff when they're shopping just in case. The media reports that more people are buying lots more stuff. More people start buying extra stuff. So even the people that weren't paying attention, now they're seeing the reports of this and they're buying extra stuff. Reports say that there are now tons of people buying tons more stuff. Supplies become even harder to get, and it's a vicious cycle, as you can see. Do I think you should panic buy? No, I think that we should have been buying, and I've been doing this, and I think a lot of you have been doing this. Each time you go to the grocery store, pick up a few extra items, stock it away. Don't go out and fill your grocery cart full of, let's say, toilet paper, like we saw at the previous onset of this sickness. But who am I to tell you what to do? I mean, if you think something's really going to run out and you're going to be left out in the cold or left without it, then do what you're going to do. But the word panic, I don't encourage anyone to ever panic, because the best decisions aren't always made when someone's in a state of panic. You know what I mean? All right. And here's the problem. And back to this GIF right here, this woman grabbing all these chips off the shelf. If you go up here, what is the top thing that would encourage panic buying? Yes, telling people not to panic buy. So when you tell people not to panic buy, they're probably going to do just the opposite. They're going to say, why are you telling me not to panic buy? And we see this in a lot of society. We tell people not to do something and they're going to do it. Or you tell people to do something and they're not going to do it just because you told them to do it. So it's kind of like a immature societal thing that we see happening with that situation. And as far as people being told what to do and not doing it, we see a lot of that happening right now with the current situation. And we're seeing this over in Europe with this headline here out of the Sun. We're running on empty, ration fears as BP, Tesco shut gas stations down, gas rises, and threat to food on shelves. So will this panic buying and worry spread to the U.S.? Well, it's already happening with some people. And I think, yes, we're going to see more shortages. There's nothing being done. We're not getting a slew of manufacturing jobs coming back here to the U.S. So if anyone thinks that this situation is going to just magically reverse itself, you might want to think twice or second guess your thoughts on that. The return of empty shelves and panic buying. Supply chain issues are leaving supermarket shelves empty. Shoppers might yet make things worse. So what are you seeing? Actually, my wife says that she's seeing low supplies of a lot of meats. When she goes to the grocery store, she's the designated buyer of that particular product in my family, so I'll go off of what she says. And we're going to talk next about what the money printers are saying. You're not going to believe this, or actually, most of you will probably believe it. But basically, they did a 180 on the whole transitory inflation story that they had put out there. All right, CNBC reporting empty shelves, gasoline shortages, as sky-high energy prices. Britain is facing a difficult winter. Does anyone think that we're immune to this here in the United States with the pipeline shutting down, the labor situation, the shortages. We're also having a driver shortage, and not just in transport of goods and products, but also people. Take a look at this. There is a district in New Jersey that's paying parents $1,000 because they're having a shortage of bus drivers. And there's been a lot of different ideas out there about this whole shortage, why people don't want to work. Anything from the sickness to people being afraid of getting sick, to people actually dying from the sickness. Discourage people that don't feel like they want to work and really still not be able to afford anything. That's one of the big things I've been pointing to on this channel. But in the end, I think it's a combination of a lot of different things. Some people would call this the perfect storm, and things don't look like they're going to be reversing anytime soon. So definitely use caution, continue to prepare. We've got the eviction thing still unfolding in a lot of areas, and you're going to see a lot more desperate people, a lot more erratic driving with people that are distracted and probably stressed out with this whole situation. Parents that normally have to be at work at a certain time might now have to take kids to school. They're going to be in a rush. So use caution out there, especially if you're on the roads, if you're in public. Keep an extra lookout, have your head on a swivel, as they say. Not just distracted people, but also the desperate people that will try to take what you have and maybe vent their frustrations on you. I mean, a lot of different things could happen with this type of situation. All right, let's talk about the latest here out of the money printers. And we see the Fed now, the officials see transitory inflation lasting quite a while. So the word transitory was put out there because there's no definite end to that word. Like, what is transitory, right? So if you're a transient, meaning you travel around, you're not in any one place permanently. Maybe you go from town to town, maybe like The Wanderer, like that song, The Wanderer. Right, you roam from town to town. That's an oldie but a goodie. But anyways, transitory, you're transient, it's not permanent. How long or how short is transitory? So they use these words that don't have any actual end dates, and now they can just say, oh, it's transitory still. We weren't wrong, but now it's going to last quite a while longer. So this is the words, the word games that they use. These are the games that they play. But everyone here on this channel, you listening, you knew this was not going to be a short-term bump up in inflation. It's going to be continuous rising prices. Nothing's being done to fix the problems. And in fact, I think things are going to get a lot worse, and we need to continue to prepare. Do what you do to keep going. Just keep your mind in a good spot. Try to stay positive. Don't panic. Try to stay healthy. I'm going to try to cut down to eating one meal a day to prepare for what's coming. That's what I'm doing. Please let me know down in the comments, what are you doing? What are you seeing on the store shelves near you? What should we do to prepare? Also, take time out just to do things that you enjoy. I was up till like 1:30 a.m. last night working on a song. That's what I do for fun. That's probably why I'm not getting much sleep lately. Other things I like to do, fitness. Of course, talking to you, good people here on this channel. Thanks for being here. Stay well, stay safe, stay prepared. Keep stacking, stay positive. Don't panic. Bye for now.